Alright, so today we need to get some money so that I can go around before the traders reset and buy all of their magazines, which happens on day 34. So we've got today and tomorrow to check their inventories for the current cycle of speech magazines. So we need to get like 50k jukes in the next couple of days and do that. And I want to do tier 5 so we can get the basically free science skill points you get from doing tier 5 so we can max that out. So I've taken Grover High from Trader Rect here, which is the one up in the snow biome. Nice. Right, we'll go over there. I'll use this rifle as my main weapon to do it. I'll go grab some meds before I go out. Won't make that mistake again. If we can get rifles and shotguns leveled up before the end of the series, that would be ideal. So I'm gonna go grab some meds and then we'll head up to Grover High. All right, here we are. Start you. Up we go. Have I been detected? Someone definitely woke up, but I don't think it detected me. Wow, you didn't die to that? It was a feral, I see. Oh, good, 2 feral bikers. Perfect. Oh no, radiated bikers, sorry. Misspoke. Oh, my rifle's increased. That wasn't too bad. Okay. Couple of books there. So I know there's meant to be more up here, but, where are they? I feel like they're supposed to, like, come out of these vents or whatever. I don't know if I've done this POI in 2.0, so I'm not sure. Let's see if I can get eyes on any of the zombies. Oh, there's some there. I'm surprised that went through. Nope, we've woke them up. Well, this is going well. But where are the rest of them? Ah, they're spawning behind me. I see. Ow. I will level my rifles no matter what. Ow. Was everybody up here? I doubt that. Oh, my science went up. Nice. Oh, there's more behind me. Is that everybody? On the roof at least? Okay, I'm actually going to go clear the end because I feel like I'm going to need more ammo to clear all of this if it's taking that many shots to kill them. Okay, so Blade Trap Bundle means more science books. Those out the way. And then not that much ammo actually, but you know, more than none. Here's where the real ammo hides. Savage Country. Let's scrap these. Okay, so let's break in and just kill the last zombies then I suppose. Hello. There's a feral white. Maybe a radiated white. There was a thing in the way. Oh, they come from behind now as well. That's fun. I see. Careful I don't leave the POI there. I don't know who I'm shooting at, but I'm just gonna hit all of them. Hey, level. Ah, stamina. How dare you abrase me? First aid kit time. Oh, pumpkin juice. Actually heals me a little bit. Let's see that. Ooh, recog. Nice. So I got a skill point there. I don't really know what I want. We're up to 65 rifles, so we're leveling very quickly in this POI. That's good. I'm actually going to go for a rank of sniper, which will give me more accuracy and faster aiming speed, which will help quite a bit. I know I'm not really like specializing in any weapon in this playthrough because you kind of don't need to when you get your damage from the skills anyway. So I'm just kind of like picking a little bit of everything. Obviously, it would be far more optimized if you did pick a weapon and stuck with it. But this isn't meant to be a particularly optimized playthrough, because it's my first playthrough of my mod. Well, we're here. Grab a quick weapons bag. How has this happened? We've swapped places. Alright, final area is probably clear. Let's check the last few containers here for anything good. There was nothing good. There, that'll clean that out. Let's queue up 2 recog, and then a canteen of water, and then let's go back onto the roof and start fighting the rest of the POI. Hopefully that didn't break it, it sometimes does. So which way am I supposed to even go? This is locked. This door is broken, so I assume I'm supposed to go this way. I realize like I don't actually know. Because usually that area goes so poorly that it's all broken. Hello there. Infernal Baker. Ow. Shotgun book. Not what I'm leveling, but I'll take it anyway. A satchel. Fireman's Almanac, but not the one I need. Big sad. So damn foggy. Well, I see you're still bugged as fuck. Yeah, a couple of the charge zombies have the wrong damage value, to say the least. Did like 70 damage on warrior difficulty with decent armor. Bizarre. I suppose it's possible it's intentional, but it would be really fucking strange if it was. What was my rifle doing there? You just forgot to wake up, I guess. Damn. Well, this POI seems a lot less buggy than it used to be. That's good. Right, well, let's go get a reward and then see how many dukes we can get for everything we gathered. We didn't really get much worth selling or anything, though. I'd really prefer, actually, if we could get some tier 5 infestations. Maybe we could go see one of the hues for that. One of the ones near here, because Trader What's-His-Face didn't have any. Those could be completed faster and would give me better rewards. I guess let's go see... There's a hue nearby, right? There's that one. I've got a bunch of fetch and clears and stuff, but we can just delete them. It doesn't really matter. Let's go for this guy. He looks like he would have a lot of tier 5 infestations. Right, here we are. What quest is his? Probably that one. Let's get rid of that. Let's buy those business secrets. Will help. Right, he has a rocket launcher, but I don't want one. Infested clear, nice. That's what we're looking for. Let's eat these. So we're up to 59, not bad. Where's this job? Oh, that's a lot of jobs. This one. Let's go. Aye. Alright, this quest has started. They didn't respawn for some reason. Whatever. Let's head inside. Oh, I've been here evidently because there was no cars a minute ago. Airlock. Ow. Come on in. Yep, and then close. Ah, radiation. I don't trust this door at all. It's going to close behind me. Ammo box, nice. Ow, there's more vultures. A rifle book, nice. So we're up to 76, not bad. I have this one maxed without a Horde Knight. Oh, another rifle book, nice. I'm gonna make a break for it. Seems easier to fight them out here. There we go, we're clear. We got a rifle level at the last part there. Oh, survivalism book. One of these with some wiring books, so 3 more science, and more ammo than I can actually carry. Some junk I can sell, I guess. Another rifle book, holy shit. Military POIs are really good. Right, let's head back and see what we get for that. Hello, Hugh. I'll take some free gas. So you don't have any more tier 5 infestations. I'm gonna sell him some of this junk. So that's a nice little chunk of money. So like the next guy we find, if he has any books, we can buy them. Probably want to just keep heading to new ones until we find someone who has loads of infestations, on the chance that they actually have the speech books that I want. Also, I can get a level really quickly. Just kill a few of these. Oh, the Last Fireman's Almanac, nice. Thank God. We can test that chainsaw tomorrow. Alright, let's go see what's going on up there. Oh yeah, I got a skill point. One sec. I don't know. Yes, more sniper and will make my gun ridiculously accurate. Yes, that's good. Oh, a vulture horde just spawned right on top of me. So we don't have to worry about hordes for 12 hours because they're not catching me. Alright, so new Trader Hugh. Do you have any jobs? Oh wait, I need to get rid of anyone he's carrying. Probably the closest. Oh, you got no infestation? That sucks, okay. You got any books? No. Well, shit. Still, we can use them for money. Alright, where's the next Trader Hugh? Let's go over there. Because infestations are so efficient, we can genuinely waste all this time. Because I would be able to get like 2 normal tier 5s done. Even if I spend like 3 hours going between all these jobs, I'll get like 3 or 4 infestations done comparatively. They're just a lot faster, a lot more worthwhile. Where's my science skill, by the way? 93, we're getting there. Let's take his Judy Witch. Do you have any books? No, but I think I was actually here yesterday, so he may have already told me some, to be fair. Oh, I hit the guy behind him. How close are we to completing tier 5 anyway? We need to do 5 more jobs. We've got 1 done, so we need to do 4 more jobs, really. Once we've done this one, we need to do 3. Okay, that's not too bad, actually. We could get that done in this episode, possibly. Ooh, she's infernal. My audio is cutting out like crazy right now, it's really annoying. Let's try my usual trick of bash that. See if anybody wakes up. There we go. Pop outside. That was easy. Ah, level 5 machete, nice. Another science bundle. Get a load of ammo. Don't hold some of this shit for me. More ammo. Oh, I'm hungry. Books. And a salvaging book. Can't really use, so I'll sell it, I guess. You piss off. And you. Unlock this. So we're not going to get this job handed in today, it looks like, but that's fine. So we've got 2 jobs we can hand in tomorrow. Problem being, that's going to stop me from actually completing tier 5, because we'll only be able to actually get 2 more done because of the limiting thing. So that's mildly annoying, because they will count as today and tomorrow, because this game's stupid. In that case, we might as well just go home then. Get off of me. Alright, so that went decently today. We got a couple of tier 5s done, and we've got a lot of science. We only need 4 more points of science. I will just hold out for more tier 5s to be done tomorrow to get those last points of science, because it's pretty much guaranteed if you do a tier 5, you will get a science bundle of some kind. So that works. I am just gonna head home. Alright, so I gathered up some stuff I have in my base there to sell just before we go out and do more jobs and stuff. Super Trader right open here. There we go. Let's take the random skill mag. Oh, nothing good. There. Decent amount of money there. No speech mags from him, but that makes sense. I wonder if we should maybe prioritize finding books first, since the traders do reset tomorrow. He does have an infested clear though that I'll take for a camo. We'll do that a little bit later. I want to check in with other traders first though. So there's a trader Bob somewhere. Let's go to this wreck first. We're just gonna fly around and see how many more of those speech bags that I can get my hands on. And to save me editing, if a trader doesn't have any, I won't show you them, unless there's something else I want to buy. Alright, so this Bob has 5 of these, which I'm going to buy, which gets us to each 64. And I found a new town here, as you can see. Let's continue looking for new traders. 4 more from this guy. 68 speech. We found a new desert town down here as well. Alright, so this is the trader that we know doesn't have any more magazines, but it is one that we have to hand that job into, so I'm going to stop here as well. I've been buying the science magazines I find as well, and I'm up to 3 out of the 4 that I need, so that's good. Get a quest reward. So let's take a random skill mag, it might be one we need. Let's take another job. So let's check out one of these wasteland jobs. Let's eat the science mags and open this as well. Okay, that was engineering, that's no use. So we're up to 99 science and 68 speech. Let's check out the wasteland though, because there's a few more traders in there that are going to be resetting tomorrow. So make sure we don't miss any more magazines. Science book, the last one we need, nice. So we are a master of science now. Now it's just speech and survivalism and my gun skills. Okay, so he has no speech books.
Thank you. I needed it.
So that's the last trader I know of, and I haven't found any more in the wasteland today, but we could have a fly around and see if we can locate like one more. Because it's a big wasteland and there's a lot of town to explore, but I've weirdly only found 2 Trader Joe's, so I'm going to have a fly around while we have some daylight left. And if I find another one, I will check if they have some speech magazines, but if not, we're up to speech 68 still, but we mastered science at least. And we have another reset tomorrow to check for more speech books. Oh, here's another one here on the other edge of the town, and there's a whole other town over there. Hello, Joel. Nope, no speech mags from him. Let's keep having a look around while we still have some daylight. Alright, so the traders are about to close regardless, but this wasteland town is absolutely huge. Yeah, we're not going to find anybody new now. We might fly over them, but we're not going to be able to talk to them. Right, I am going to fly home now, I guess. Alright, so I have cleared out my inventory and stuff, and I've come over to this POI here that we had from the other day, and I did say I was going to test this chainsaw, so that is what I'm going to do. I have buffed the chainsaw, but I don't have the perks to make it even better. The Chainsaw Massacre perk, which gives you 30% more damage and 30% more dismemberment, but it is affected by your blade skill, so it should be fine. I don't know how this is going to perform against, you know, radiated zombies and stuff, because I didn't really do anything to buff the base damage. So let's see how that fares. These are 3 pretty tough enemies to start off with. And right off the bat, I'm just feeling like Axe would have been easier, you know? Yeah, Axe definitely would have been easier. But to be fair, my Steel Axe would also be getting its ass kicked right now. This is not a good testing zone for a melee weapon at all. But, you know, still. You can see there, against the sort of lower health light zombies, it really does pretty much instantly decap if you're maxed out on blades and you have the blade decapitation perk. But the ferals and stuff, which have the resistance to decapitation and stuff like that, really do just give it a problem. So maybe it needs a higher base damage to make it actually like viable. But also, how viable should it really be? Because most melee weapons on a difficulty like this in an infestation, you're gonna have trouble, especially if you're not wearing heavy armor. Okay. Give me just a second here. I have a broken arm. I have not prepared for that, but we can take a painkiller for the other stuff. So yeah, that kind of sucks that even with all the buffs I've given it, the chainsaw's still kind of ass as a melee weapon. But we are presented with that real question of how strong do I really need to make it, or do I want to make it? Because we don't want it to replace the usefulness of guns. It should be as good as other melee weapons, which I think it honestly probably is. The problem with it, I think, more than anything, though, is very short range, which means I kind of have to get really into the zombies. Like, there's no... If we use, like, a pickaxe here, we can do sort of like this sort of thing where we go in and then pull out as we're attacking, and we dodge their attacks. The chainsaw just has to be held into them, and if you're retreating, I guess you can work with it there, but it's still very, very short range. So maybe it just needs a range buff more than like a damage buff or anything like that, because obviously the damage isn't really all that bad, especially if you consider how easily it can take out non-armored zombies. But it certainly feels a lot worse than a gun. But bleed again? Seriously? I'm just trying to test the weapon. You're giving me every injury under the sun. Oh, I only brought first aid kits. Well, that's mildly annoying. So the chainsaw might need additional buffs, because I want it to be an actual weapon, because it's a chainsaw. Even with the bonus 30% damage and decap from that perk, I don't think it would be all that viable on this difficulty. And this is only warrior, of course. There's a pig in there, apparently. Okay. Now, if you were just clearing out, like, the streets, it does work quite well, because when you're not fighting, like, radiated or feral zombies or armored zombies, they do really, really quickly die to it. So maybe it needs range, dagger, and armor penetration, rather than just simple, like, damage. The damage isn't too bad, all things considered, but it's not enough considering how much danger you have to put yourself in, and it certainly struggles against armored enemies. So maybe the chainsaw needs armor piercing, or maybe it needs a mod to give it armor piercing, because I would really like it to be an actual weapon in this mod. In the meantime, I'm just going to finish this with the rifle because I don't feel like breaking every limb I have. Here we go. I could use those points on chainsaws, but I think we've accepted that damage isn't really the problem. So let's go for the last rank of sniper. Oh wait, I don't have enough sniper. Oh, you need 100 to okay, I forgot that was so high. Deadeye, reload faster, and aim faster, and you get kill streak at the last level, which is actually quite easily unlocked. Designated marksman would be good, but I don't have the points for that, so I don't know. I don't know, I'll just hold on to those points and see what I want to do with them later. The rifle is cleaning up regardless. Ow. Are we not clear? Who's still alive? Oh, hello. We missed someone outside. Let's grab some of this. Oh, we got a food bundle. That's honestly pretty good because we do actually need survivalism and I don't need science anymore, so kind of works in my favor there. And of course, food's just really good to get in bundles because it saves you a lot of effort. There we go, we're clear. Let's go see what the end had. I doubt it's got anything of use to me. Yeah, no. I mean, maybe I should invest in the chainsaw perk and give it the full 100% test. So if we go Chainsaw Massacre and then we can unlock that as we go. We have full Decapitator, full Brutal Strikes. And maybe there's something to be said for the Charging Bull perk, which makes you do more damage and take less damage when sprinting. Like maybe sprinting with a chainsaw, which is a thing you can do, would be like a play style there to get. Because if I got a level 6 chainsaw, 3 ranks of Chainsaw Massacre, and 3 ranks of Charging Bull, I would be doing 70% more damage. So I would have bonus decap chance. So like maybe that's a play style that makes the chainsaw viable. If that's the case though, I kind of need to invest a load of skill points to find out. So maybe I should just do that for the sake of it. Like I've got nothing else I need, so we could definitely take the chainsaw further. Additionally, we could also get deep cuts, but the problem with deep cuts is chainsaws don't have a power attack, so the bleed doesn't work all that well from just light attacks because it doesn't stack the same way as power attacks do, but it is extra damage anyway, so maybe at least 1 rank would be worthwhile. I think the chainsaw has base bleed now as well. I didn't actually check that because it tends to kill the basic zombies so quick it doesn't matter. Yeah, there is more we can get out of the chainsaw here that would be worth checking. Indeed, there's also like the Skull Crusher candy, but that I don't want it to have to be reliant on that to be viable. And indeed, it's really not going to be viable without Preacher Gloves if it's barely struggling to like compete now. And I am planning on making a mod that removes all the magic armor effects, including Preacher Gloves. So the chainsaw's definitely going to need like a higher base damage just outright. Maybe automatically getting the effect of Fireman's Almanac would be the best way to go there. I don't know if skill books are really all that worthwhile to me now. Most of them aren't going to do anything. Let's take Butcher Beats. Okay, we could probably get 2 tier 5s done today and like just be done with tier 5s and unlock tier 6s. The need for tier 6s in my playstyle is now somewhat questionable in the sense that I do not need science. I don't need any of the items. I kind of just need XP. And it's the only thing that's of any real value to me anymore at this stage in the game, because we are kind of past most of the progression. Let's see, medicine. So the only thing I could really use more of is XP so that I can get more of the perks. Because unlike in vanilla, I would say you can definitely still feel a need for perks later in the game. Even though I'm like level 90, I'm like, yeah, I could still use some other things because there's just so many more perks in this mod. Probably eat an antibiotic there as well. Make sure I've got some of those. Right, that should be fine. We don't need tuna fish gravy toast on me because I'm still using shepherd's pie from the last reward I got, but that's, you know, fine. Let's go to this other POI and finish it off and see if I can get tier 5 done, even if it's just for the sake of it. We do need rifle XP and stuff for my desire to complete the game, although It's day 34 now, so the traders are swapped. So we could do another loop of the traders. Obviously, that does take an in-game day to do roughly, but we could definitely check in with the ones I'm near right now and just see if we've got any more speech magazines. None from him. Also, we've maxed out all the base skill books, so we have all those effects, so that's fun. And for reference of like where I am skill points wise, I would still kind of want a bunch of melee perks if I was really trying to max out my character. There's shitloads of gun perks that are of interest to me that I've just not really had the extra skill points to deal with. There's armor perks I still don't have. There's survival perks I still don't have. Like the implementation of crafting being a sink for your skill points, which slows down your overall character progression, is an interesting choice. I am level 91 and I'm probably a lot weaker than a vanilla level 91 character, but I'm probably more versatile because I have so many skills maxed out which don't require perk investment. So if I were not doing a series, which would obviously die if I tried to play like a million episodes, and besides, I don't want to edit like 100 episodes of a series, especially when nobody will watch the series that long, but I could play a lot longer for sure, and I might in my spare time, because there's just so much more of the progression I've not touched yet. Even with my skills max, there's like a second half to the game there with perks. And indeed crafting progression, I've still not really finished that by day 34 here, because I've had to make the choices between if I want perks or if I want crafting progression. Like my guns crafting is terrible. This character can't craft guns. And I like that. I know some people would prefer it to all be completely learned by doing, so it's just really easy to max out everything without having to worry about skill points, but I prefer the difficulty that comes with making those choices. Like, I've been fucked over, so to speak, by having to, or I suppose choosing to, invest in crafting, which makes my overall character weaker, but it gave me access to things like my level 6 steel pick faster. There's a lot of interesting decisions there I think the player can make, and I like that, but I feel like a lot of people will be like, no, I want everything to be completely learned by doing, so that by a certain point you're always maxed out. That is also true, it's just that schematics are quite rare, unless they're medical schematics for some reason. Those are just really common. Hi, hello. There we go. Invested cash. Blade trap bundle. I'm not going to open that this time because I don't need those science books and it'll just fill up my inventory, but it's good to have. Nothing all that useful in here. Oh, the forge schematic. Yay. Nice. Everybody's dead. Right, do we have another infestation nearby, perhaps? Because that would obviously save me time. Doesn't look like I do. No, they're all very far away. Let's just go back to Trader Rect and get another one then, that's fine. Oh no. I was trying to search it. I didn't want that to happen. That should be the second to last quest we need to do for tier 5 though. Speaking of progression, let me just take off really quickly. What is my rifle skill? Skills here. 94. So the next POI will probably result in me being done with rifles. And then it's just shotguns that I want to complete. What episode are we on? This is 17. I doubt I would be able to start leveling those two other melee skills right this second and have it done in time for episode 20, which is where I want to leave the series. So I'm not really going to even try, but it wouldn't take that long at this stage. When you have access to really good gear, you can kill loads of zombies very quickly and level your skills very quickly. I think I definitely might want to reduce the XP like all over. Just every skill just needs to have all of its XP turned down, in particular the guns, because I feel like they just level far too quickly. But at the same time, it's really hard to balance a game based off of me. I mean, have you met me? I play games in bizarre ways and do everything twice as fast as most people playing this game. Is that true of my mod? Because if so, everybody being kind of almost done with the game by about day 70 sounds perfect. But then there are goblins like me that we have to consider. Do you have any infested clears? I'll take the calm in. Let's eat and finish this last job. But at the same time, there are even bigger goblins than me who are probably leveling even faster because they're deliberately just wasting their time only leveling the skills. So for people who want to ruin the game for themselves by repeatedly doing the same actions over and over again, essentially grinding very deliberately, rather than doing like what I'm doing, where I'm just like, oh, let's make sure we use a weapon that I'm not maxed out on so that I'm doing something with this, you know. I'm not completely min-maxing, but I am deliberately keeping in mind that I want to be leveled by a certain point in this game. What I think one of the biggest problems with 7 Days to Die's vanilla game is, you know, you could say the exact same thing, like, oh, well, why should the developers care about how quickly you progress when you play in such a weird way? Well, if you don't play in the ultra-optimized way that I tend to play 7 Days to Die, or in one of the other ways that also work, of course, you're kind of playing the way the fun pimps want you, and the way the fun pimps want you to play is excruciatingly slow, I would say. Like, if they think that you shouldn't be min-maxing the crafting magazines, the game will just never progress. And that's my problem with the learn by reading system, is just, if you're not really optimized, you're fucked. It's so slow if you're not really optimized. And that's the main thing my mod is combating, I think, is like, one, it's more immersive, but two, you will always progress at a good speed, and you can then choose if you want to go the extra mile, progress really, really fast if you know what you're doing, and that's fine. The 7 Days to Die has a unique problem where if you optimize your playstyle, the game is done in 10 hours, and if you don't optimize your playstyle, the game is done in 100 hours, and it's not a fun 100 hours, it's a slow, grindy 100 hours, I would say, and I want to aim to avoid that. I would like for like unoptimized players to be pretty well established by like day 50 to 70, and optimized players can be more or less done with the game by day 50 or 70, and that's fine by me. What might be a good addition is actually a more severe curve to the XP for ranged weapons, because obviously when you get to tier 5s and you get to high level Horde Knights, you progress your guns so unbelievably quickly because you get like 100 kills every time you do something. You don't want to make it too low of an XP per action overall, because then at the start of the game you never get any XP because you never use your gun. So maybe a strict, really difficult curve is the best choice for guns, to slow down the latter stage of the game while still having a fun initial stage of the game. But XP curves are a dangerous thing, and you have to be very careful with them, because if you're not, you end up like RuneScape. I mean, a very successful and beloved game, however, it does have comically grindy leveling. That room was a mess. I think we must be done with rifles, right? Oh no, we still have another level. Yeah. There we go. Rifles are complete. I guess we should switch to the shotgun for the latter half of this POI. I say half, I don't think there's half a POI left, but you know what I mean. Ah, radiation, get away from me. Oof, shotguns are powerful. Ah, level 5 M60. Little ways behind in terms of progression, but not bad considering we're in the forest biome, aren't I? Am I? No, I'm in the snow biome. Okay, that makes more sense. I was going to say, went over. An M60, even at level 90 in the forest biome, would be kind of wild. I don't even think that's physically possible in the forest unless you're in like a really high level POI, like a tier 5. I know this is a tier 5 infestation, but you only get the tier 4 loot boost. Mildly worse. Oh my god, just eat all the lockpicks, why don't you? I could have broken it open with a pickaxe by now. Okay. Let's go get the final reward here. Nope. And I'm gonna crash. There we go. I'll take some contact grenades, I guess. And you know what? I'll take more contact grenades. I love contact grenades. Yippee. Alright, so tier 5 is done. I got 5 skill points. Let's go for the last rank of suited up. And then I'm going to take all my pocket mods off because they're just wasting slots. There we go. I only had one on, but still. So what's my final crit resist looking like? Aside from if I made level 6 armor anyway. 62%, not bad. In the next episode, we have to deal with the day 35 horde, which is going to require an upgrade to my horde base because it's currently held up by wooden stilts. So that should be fun. When that episode is out, it will be on screen right now. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.